on now. Yeah.
Hit that like and subscribe button, and feel free to leave a comment below. And welcome back to my channel. So, gather around, fam. We gotta chop it up about some really grimy business that went down recently. Our man Carlos, the top dog over at Northern Organized Records, got taken out in his own crib in Jardins La Parragal, Alvarado Obregón district. Some goons rolled up early morning, strapped and ready, busted into a spot. They put the heat on him and his lady, his wife, forcing them to crack open the safe for the cash. But these snakes didn't stop there. They ransacked the joint, snatching up other valuables. Before bouncing, they coldly popped Carlos, leaving him for dead. Now, the boys in the blue didn't waste no time. Minutes after the hit, they launched an op and nabbed two suspects in the whip. One cat was 42 years old, the other one was 29. And inside the ride, they found 6 burners, 9 clips, some fake plates from the state of Mexico, 4 flashy watches, and a stash, 80 baggies of coke, and 57 packs of weed. Whether these drugs came from Carlos' spot or these fools were just on a wild one, we ain't sure. Carlos wasn't just some suit. He was the heartbeat of N.O.R, pushing the label to new heights and giving artists a platform to shine. His vision and hustle made waves in the game, and his loss hits hard. This ain't just about one man. It's about the whole community feeling the sting. Jardines del Parragal, usually a chill spot, now got folks looking over their shoulders. You know what I mean? It's a harsh reminder of how quick things can flip. We got to come together, keep pushing the culture forward, and make sure Carlos's legacy lives on. N.O.R can't stop, won't stop. And as a community, we need to stay vigilant, look out for each other, and work towards a safer environment. So rest in power, Carlos. Your spirit lives on in the beats and in the streets. All right, let's get real about this situation. I gotta speak on some truths that might not sit right with everyone, but it's gotta be said. Mexico is one of those places that's got two faces. On one end, you've got beautiful cities, rich culture, amazing food, and warm-hearted people. It's a place where you can lose yourself in the history, music, and all the good stuff. But on the other hand, there's that hard truth. Poverty, desperation can breed danger. And when you got folks out here just trying to survive, some will do whatever it takes. Whatever. Even if it means taking from you. I'm not saying every person in Mexico is out here plotting on tourists and foreigners. Nah, that ain't it. There are plenty of hard-working, good-hearted folks just living their lives. But let's keep it 100. When you've got a big gap between the rich and the poor, and when opportunities are limited, you get people who are willing to cross that line. They see somebody flash a little money, a little bit of, jewelry, or even just look like they're not from there or around there. And boom, they see a target. Now let's get to the recent murder of the CEO of Northern Organized Records. That hit different. This wasn't just some random street robbery. It was calculated, it was grimy, and it shows how bold people have gotten. Home invasions, threatening families, forcing folks to open safes. That's not petty crime, that's organized crime. cold-hearted moves. And it makes you wonder, is this a sign of what's to come? Then there's a whole political situation with Trump back in office. Look, I get it. A lot of folks in the oil field, like myself, were for Trump because he boosted the industry and kept the jobs coming. And yeah, he brought some stability in that sense. But what a lot of us didn't see coming were the ripple effects for our people and for places like Mexico. When tensions rise between governments, it trickles down to streets. People get desperate, crime goes up, and suddenly Americans ain't as welcome or as safe in places where they used to be able to relax and have, enjoy themselves, have some fun. So what does this mean for Americans? Thinking about heading to Mexico for a good time? Honestly, I think it's going to make a lot of folks think twice. You want to explore, see the culture, and have fun. But now there's that lingering thought. Is it worth taking the risk? The murder of a prominent figure like the N.O.R CEO just highlights how things can escalate real quick. And this is just the beginning. If you ask me, over the next 4 years, I think we're going to see things get rough. The political pressure, economic struggles, and social issues are all bubbling up. When people have nothing to lose, that's when things get dangerous. And it ain't just Mexico that's going to feel the impact. It's both sides, Mexico and America. Mexico thrives on the terrorism and business connections with the U.S. But if people are too scared to go, that's going to hurt the economy even more. And on the flip side, American businesses and industries that depend on trade with Mexico are going to feel that sting too. So we got to be extra careful moving forward. If you're thinking about heading down there to Mexico, do your homework. Stay in safe areas and don't make yourself a target. And I'm not saying avoid Mexico completely, but just be smart about it. This ain't the time to be naive or careless. And the sad part is, the culture and beauty of Mexico deserves to be experienced without fear. The people deserve better too. But until things start changing and folks get real opportunities to pull themselves out of poverty, out of the mud, we're going to keep seeing situations like this. And it's not just about who's in office. It's about how we as a people on both sides of the border navigate this mess. And at the end of the day, we got to keep pushing forward, looking out for each other, and staying sharp. Times are changing, and it's up to us to adapt and protect ourselves while still finding ways to build bridges and support the people who are out here grinding and hustling, an honest grind, an honest hustle. So think twice, stay safe, and be wise about where and how you move. See, me and my wife go to Mexico, probably like a couple times a year, maybe a few times a year. But when we go, we know, I tell her, leave your Louis Vuitton purse at home, Leave your Gucci purse at home. Take your 3-carat diamond wedding ring off. We're not going to go over there flossing and flashing and, thinking, we're not going to put a target on our back. So we know. We go over there, I'll go with the cowboy hat, I'll be like a chameleon and blend in. I'll put my cowboy boots on, But you just got to think of where you're at, where you're going, and don't put yourself as a target. With that, hit that like and subscribe button. You guys all have a blessed day. Keep on pushing. Keep on hustling. Let's go, baby.